Whew. Hey guys, today is a very important day. Um, I can't really put it into words, honestly, my excitement, but previously I did get the RX7 running and everything has been pretty good. I have took a bit of time from posting on my Instagram, just a little bit of updates with the car. I did get a new microphone, so it is kind of contrapted in my car, kind of wonky. You can probably see the microphone up here. And I do have a little window mount too, just so I can get some car driving videos for you guys. But today we are gonna take the car around the block just to see other problems with the car that I may not really know without driving the car. That is, I already know bushings are pretty much shot in this car, and everything's gonna be pretty much changed, like the suspension components, like bushings, coilovers, um, you know, tow arms, all that stuff. That's not really necessarily, um, let's say, today's date apart. And I have been chasing uh, pretty much a gnarly short in the car. Is that there's a bunch of funky wiring in the car, and I do kind of have it here. I don't have my gimbal with me, so I will definitely kind of like take the car off of the phone off of the little mount here to show you. But I did wanted to say Happy New Year. 2025 will be a great year for you, and also hopefully for me. But there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of new experiences within this year that I am hopeful for, and I hope that you also have a little bit of optimistic motivation to push forward with any projects, push forward with life in general, and just kind of taking all the negativity around certain things in life, not only around by cars, and just say, hey, you know, can't let it shake you down, can't let it ruin you.
Told you, what does that mean? And you said, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
As you can kind of tell, there are pieces in the car you can't really necessarily see by the angle of the camera, but um, yeah, it is gonna be a fun drive. I will say I do have a vacuum leak at the air pump. I did spray it down and check it. That was the only other vacuum leak I could find in the car. So, like I said before, I am pretty excited to drive this car on the block. It's only just going to be a couple of times. I did warm the car up just to kind of get it up to operating temperature, and I did adjust the idle mixture a little bit there too, which I will dive into a little bit. I'm not super good at it, so if anyone wants to comment on any suggestions on how to do a little bit better, let me know. But I'll pretty much talk about it as I drive. I am missing a mirror over here. It fell off, so I only have one mirror, and I have no rear mirror because the dash is like cracked and destroyed. So, hey, this honestly beats driving this car right here. I drove this car with no brakes, so no one can tell me anything. No one can tell me anything. I've been through the gutter with project cars. But yeah, as you pretty much heard, Previously. I got my clock working. I got the dash mostly working. Um, Everything's not super crazy. It looks pretty good in here. The glove box obviously needs to be fixed because it's hanging down and it always hung down. And that car right there hung down, and unfortunately this car hangs down. And I had wiring issues in that RX7. Have wiring issues in this RX7 only because people just like to tend to plug up amps and speakers and they do it wrong, and I found a gnarly ground that was not even grounded correctly. It was grounded to plastic. I don't know. And then most of them were positive. Some of the cables in the car with the speakers and stuff, they were corroded, so also not good. I do have low storage, so the video might cut out any second. But I'll pretty much delete some videos off my phone just so I can give you guys a good rundown on everything. All right, guys. It's been a couple of days since the last clip. Um, I did officially drive the car, but I did run out of storage in my iPhone. And as you may see right now, have my hands. I have my beautiful girlfriend behind the camera helping me out because I really, really suck at camera work and everything like that. So that's just the honest truth. So I asked her for help while I go over the car a little bit. But right now isn't anything too crazy. I'm just mostly doing a lot of just buttoning up of just small emission things. I still have all of the like rat's nest. I have like the catalytic converter, all that stuff in the car just to get it smogged because I really don't honestly want to hot smog the car. But anyway, aside from that, I have been just getting things together since I've been driving it back and forth pretty close. I am currently right now just updating tags and registration and doing all the paperwork, which is pretty boring. And also, I have been doing the small maintenance stuff, which I guess again it is pretty boring. So I didn't really think that it'll be interesting to really show anyone right now. But I will talk about the main juicy things that I did get on the car, which was mainly the TPS sensor. I got that adjusted with the idle mixture. Anyway, yeah, right now, I have to take off the air pump. The air pump is leaking, and if you guys know what the air pump is in a RX7, it's pretty much just supposedly supposed to trick the emissions thing. Um, Emissions, I guess, tester back in the 80s. But again, a lot of people take that out because it's super inefficient, so no one really keeps it. Um, and they usually do a double pulley on the alternator, just so the water pump doesn't get like destroyed or anything like that while the car's on and higher RPMs. But for me, honestly, like I said, just keeping the car stock for a little bit because trying to find a lot of the parts right now has been a little bit tricky. Not because there aren't parts anywhere, it's just the RX7 community that I've been a part of for a good amount of time now. A lot of the people are hoarders, and a lot of the people really, really, really sell a lot of, and they make insane prices for anything.
What the fuck what do you mean? How? How have you, oh man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
I did recently go to Reno, and I will put some clips in that as well. I did get a dash, and I did get 5 lug hubs from a 1989 automatic, and it was actually the same spec. It was a convertible though. It was white, blue interior, so it was like perfect match on anything. Unfortunately, though, I did forget the rear view mirror because I didn't think it would fit, but it did fit. But I think I have the hubs somewhere.
Okay guys, we are removing the dash. We are at Sparks, Nevada. Drove 3 hours away from home. Phone's been here for 3 hours. Wow, we got it off. Nice.
They're not super bad. I mean, they are pretty decent. I mean, obviously the bushings on the car are pretty bad, but I'm not gonna slap these on any. I'm not gonna slap these on. I'm gonna have to rebuild them because this whole brake duster shield is like toasty. Not gonna lie, but I'm pretty much. I think I can just swap over the ones that are actually on the car, so it would be good. But these will be a good addition when I get most of the suspension rebuilt. But the struts are bad. The rear sway bar in links, those are bad. You see a lot of dry rot on the front shocks as well, which is like common because, like I said in the previous video, this car's been first owner, original owner from 1988, driven all these years up to 2020, and yeah, there's a lot of the dry rot all in here. Not the best, but it is what it is, honestly. But I did get a new intake manifold, hence why it looks a lot more clean. I picked it up recently, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, didn't really do much with it. Just been driving it around to kind of get most of the small things together, like small interior bits, small like wiring issues. Actually, talking about the wiring issues is what I wasn't told before, is that wiring, not the wiring harness, what is this thing called? It's called the headlight switch. Sorry, I did have issues with the headlight switch. It wasn't actually turning on my park lights anymore, and I found out that it was rewired. So I pretty much did my wiring all over again. I call this car Rhoda. It's my first RX7. It's 1979 SA22C that I did, and I rewired actually the whole car, which is actually pretty cool. But a little bit of the car right here, as you can see on the side, BC coilovers. It has some work equips 03s on there. They're 14x7 plus 35s. And then I have a little bit, I did a hand cut of the hand cut livery to replicate the Kariyama Racing Descente. A little bit of a Kaido Racer inspired, but a lot of people with that, it's kind of a niche community. It's not really the best community for a lot of people that are trying to get into cars. It's kind of like one of those communities you have to like be in for a very long time to like know what's going on. But that car doesn't obviously run because a lot of things are going on with it. But anyway, just been mainly that. I've just been enjoying the car for what it is. I got my lights, all the lights working again. You know, I have some things going on with the blinkers. The car's not on, but I don't think the blinkers are gonna turn on. Yeah, it's yeah. I got the hazards on, but I have to rewire the whole flashing unit section of the car because it's just really just insanely weird in here. But it has been a good learning curve. But I did polish the car as well. It wasn't like polished. I just buffed it pretty much because it was really crusty and dusty. You can kind of see it on the hood, but it's still gonna take some time to kind of get everything together. Not much really in the engine bay. Haven't cleaned anything yet, but you know, it looks better than it did before. There's no more rat shit. No more rat shit. It's horrible. Like it reeked in here for like a good month. It's kind of funny because that first RX7 that I had, it sat in the field, and this one sat in someone's house. And that one never had any kind of rat in it, and this one had all kinds of rats. Like the rats just love this car. Most of the work that's going to be done is just suspension work because a lot of the bushings are just blown out and gone. And obviously getting a new radiator done because I am just going to save up to get a turbo motor. Because I've seen a lot of people do the 6-port conversion to put a turbo on the 6-port intakes and everything like that. And I'm honestly not against it. I think it's pretty cool that people are trying different ways to modify the NA motor. But for me, honestly, I'm just gonna just get a whole turbo motor. It's a lot easier. It will take some time to get that stuff though, so I'm just gonna enjoy what I have right now and just drive the car and just kind of like, you know, just enjoy the small things about it. You know, it's all mostly stock. Yeah, I just want to just enjoy it for a while to kind of get a feel for the car. I don't have a lot. That's pretty much it. But I oh. It's okay. One thing I did want to do, if you guys have any suggestions on seats, I do have a couple ideas of seats that I wanted to put in the car later on. I did want to ask if anyone has suggestions to put different seats in the car. I really do love these navy blue seats. I really love these navy blue seats, like honestly. And I have found some sources to get the seats reupholstered or to fix them up. But honestly, how it is, I just wanted to try to get some different seats for once because I never had any kind of aftermarket seat ever in my life, even in that car. If you guys have any suggestions, just comment down below on seats, and also comment down below on the type of wheels you want to see. I do have a list of wheels that I do want to get for the car. Um, I was thinking about getting some R33 wheels for these because R33 wheels go on literally anything. As much as I love RX7s, I love Skylines. Those are one of my main goal cars, along as with Chasers, like Chasers and Mark IIs, and SEMAs and C35 Laurel. It's a lot of things. Nissan mostly, but I really love rotaries. I love my spinning triangles, so I love the most. But anyway, yeah. So guys, comment below any suggestions on wheel choices and seat choices. And it's gonna be a pretty slow week. I mean, I'm just gonna button up some stuff, get the car smogged if I can. I will actually go over taking out the air pump pretty soon here. So I'll probably post an update, later on with that when I get it out, which won't take more than like 15-20 minutes. So hey guys, I just wanted to do a super quick outro. It has been a couple days, and I actually did shoot an outro before, but the format on my iPhone to my computer like messed up, and it was really bad. So you're gonna see a little bit of shaky video because I'm walking, try to see if I can not. But I have been doing paperwork for the car to get the registration and smog and all that stuff. And actually, when I did take it to a smog shop, it almost passed. I had the original spark plugs that sat for 5 years, the original wiring that was really messed up and chewed up from the rats, and I had like a really dark air filter that was so bad. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys for tuning into the video. This will be pretty short, and let me know down in the comments on seat suggestions and wheel suggestions. Also, any feedback for the video. I did add a couple more memes to the video. It shows more of my personality because I kind of giggle behind the scenes when I do a lot of stuff. So I wanted to make it a little bit more personal, a little bit more, I guess, entertaining to watch because I can talk and ramble. And sometimes I do double up my words, which I do apologize. I think it's been an issue since I was a kid. I talk really fast because I get a little nervous. But once I kind of get in the groove of it, I get a little bit more comfortable. The real genuine sauce boy comes out. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a nice day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Peace.